Hey guys, and welcome back to Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. So I guess we're just gonna do 2 parts per video. So I guess we'll get started. Part 3, special talk show. Ooh, spoiler ahead. I wonder if that's BBL. Oh! I don't know how I voiced him. Oh, I don't know how I voiced him. Welcome to the Nishikikouji special talk show. Good evening, folks. I am the grand artist who has offered his life, his very soul, up to the imagination, Nishikikouji Tohri. Welcome to our special time, which you shall spend time with me. I don't imagine there are many listeners who don't already know it by heart, but allow me to give a brief introduction of my glorious, exemplary career so far. Once I was the ace of the 2nd Optical Ordnance Division of the Hawk Party Research Organization. And now I am a manager at the Crow Party, and also chief editor of the popular Golden Weekly magazine. I doubt anyone in the world is as busy as I am. You are all incredibly grateful that I am taking this time out of my schedule to conduct a question and answer session, of course. Mr. Nishikikouji. Mr. Nishikikouji. Please open the door. Bah, it won't open no matter how much we push or pull. It must be locked from the inside. What are we to do? At this rate, an entire chapter of the radio program is going to be overrun by some unfortunate golden pheasant disaster. You in there. Open up this instant. You were bad enough in the Legumintine short. Are you planning to ruin this too? Do you think an outsider like you will go unpunished for this? We won't stop at charges of trespassing, you hooligan. It is awfully loud out there. Would the peanut gallery mind keeping its fevered gibberings to itself? This racket is in no way beautiful. Let me put on some music. Now then, let us begin my artistic question and answer session. The first is from a young lad by the name of Hatomi is my waifu. When are you gonna discontinue Golden Dove? It's gotten really lame and just feels like he's run out of ideas with all the new characters he introduced. Hey, what? What is this? Do you know how long Mr. Takakishi Poe labored in obscurity, even after he made his debut in high school? Living the ignominious life of a non-serialized author. Even when he could get serialized positions, he was never popular in questionnaires, so he'd always be dropped. You cannot possibly comprehend how he suffered. And then he came to me, to Golden Weekly. He was the first artist whose serials worked out for me. We've struggled all this way together, like unfortunate twins, joined at the hip, and so shamefully forced to run in every 3-legged race ever. Do you have any idea how much sweat and how many tears, and how much of his own lifeblood he has poured into Golden Dove? You don't, do you? You know nothing of the joy of a long-running series, you disgusting Philistine. So, don't just go talking about discontinuing it. Jeez. Well then, next one. Things sure seem pretty lively in there. I wish he'd opened the door already. On the contrary, he seems to be ignoring us entirely. I can't believe a disgrace like this is allowed on campus. It is most vexing. Ah, you two are having trouble? The hero always makes his appearance when everybody's in a pickle, right? Yuya. No one asked for you to show up. Wait, what are you carrying? I've got permission to force my way in. Gotta protect the peace and tranquility of the campus, after all. I'm going to break this door down, whether it's locked or not. Get back a little. Oh boy. The second one is from Testy Robin. I'm tired of the reversible dust jackets. Come up with a more interesting bonus, or I'm not buying your magazine anymore. Then don't buy it. Why would you want readers as low-minded as you anyway? Don't you think something is wrong with this trend among publishers of trying to outcompete the other through bonus items? A magazine should be judged by what's inside. That is where the competition lies. Do not be fooled by those frivolity, whatever. The real artistry lies sparkling with it. That's as far as you go, Nishikikouji Tohri. Put your wings behind your head. What is a high school student doing with that thing? Didn't you know, mister? It's a must-have item for any fashionable teenage boy. We have you surrounded. Come quietly and don't try anything. Let's make this as nice as possible, shall we? I don't want to have to shoot you. Not very much, anyway. That rifle. Ah, I see. So you're with JB. Oh, very well. I shall withdraw for today. But one day this school shall be mine. Darn it. There goes another window. If you're going to be leaping out of a window, at least open it first. Anyway, we've secured the broadcast room. We're short on time, so you probably get started. Right. Thank you, Yuya. But where does he keep getting those things? Now then, let's try this again. The how and why of St. Pigeonations. Here's the question box. I'll be joining in today. This time we've got questions from Westerners. My English isn't very good, so Sakuya will be helping me out. Already in high school and you still can't use English. Your future's bleak indeed. I'm not planning to go overseas, so it won't be that bad. I hope. Alright, first question. From 1 SSFSX17. That sounds more like a password than a handle. What is Hyoko's favorite weapon? The bow, the sword, or the spear? Oh. What is Hyoko's favorite weapon? The bow, the sword, or the spear? Can you answer that, Kuwara? because language barrier jokes don't really work, then things would get pretty confusing pretty quickly, right? Sakuya, please let me touch your feathers. I want to touch your feathers. Why should I let myself be touched by a common riffraff? That's too bad, Rabbit Doubt. Maybe he'll let you touch them if you become nobility. This one's anonymous. What are your thoughts on Brian Pigeon? Do you consider his blog to be quality literature? On second thoughts, maybe it would be okay if you didn't bother repeating everything after all. Look here, peasant. I've got one job on this lousy show. It's stupid, but I'm going to do it. Is that clear? Okay. Anyway, Brian. Wait, who? Don't you even know that, you ignoramus? He is a great pigeon from the great land of Great Britain, and the very first intellectual Columbid. Go look up Brian Pigeon online for the good of us all. Whoa. But this blog is in English. English localization or no, I still can't read it. Of course it's in English. He lives in London. His posts may even count as fine literature. At the very least, they're culturally quite valuable. They will definitely leave a mark on avian history to come. Wow, he must be really important. I'll have to work hard on my English so I can read his blog. Here's the last one. It's from Anonymous, too. It's for San. I love you. Oh, I love you. Cool! Oko-san loves you, too! Sakuya. I understood that. Don't act so proud, neophyte. Well, I guess that's about it for today. Indeed, we shall have to cut this session short. It's almost time for the school to close. Let us make a smooth exit. Yep. Bye-bye, everybody. Aw, I like that one. That was kind of funny. Okay. Part 4. Spoilers ahead. The how and why of St. Pigeonations. It's time to break out the question box. This is Kawara Ryuta from Class 2-3. Last time was a little exciting, wasn't it? I'm glad we didn't get dropped. This time we're doing a special feature on BBL. Thank you! BBL, or Bad Boys Love, is an extra long truth scenario which was included with the full version of the game. Today we'll be answering questions about BBL. So be warned, there will be spoilers. I don't recommend continuing with this if you haven't finished BBL yet. Do you want to keep going? Duh! Alright, let's get started. This will be a little complicated, but I think I should explain where we are before jumping into the questions. Holiday Star takes place in a happy world where the BBL route never began, during winter break and the third semester. So naturally, up until now, the questions have been answered by the peaceful, undisturbed Otome route versions of each character. But because we're doing BBL this time, we'll be calling on the versions of each character who lived or who didn't through BBL. Just don't think about it too hard and you'll be fine. In the end, it's just because, unlike books or movies, visual novels have all kinds of branches and possibilities. Even if it's a little odd for me to be saying that. Sorry, that was a little long. Questions. This one is from one Sorowo. Sorowo? Was Hyoko raised in an orphanage? How has she managed everything all this time? Hiyoko isn't here, so I'll be answering for her again. Her parents did die a long time ago, but she was never taken in by an orphanage. She did live with my mother and me for a while, but she decided she'd rather live on her own. Living by one's own strength is a hunter-gatherer's pride, after all. I could never be like her. She's always so tough and cool, you know? On to the next question. This one is from Damurushi. For the doctor. What did you like so much about Professor Kawara? What was so appealing about a good-for-nothing dove like that who couldn't even take care of his own family? That's what it says, Doctor. Wait. No, Doctor, stop. You can't just tear up the letters. You can't just put them through the shredder either. It's completely destroyed. That is all. That's not an answer, Doctor. Sorry, Demarushi. I guess the subject of my father is a bit of a sensitive area with him. Dad never did come home much either, though. I don't remember what kind of person he was either. I wonder what kind of boss he was for the doctor. Hey, Doctor, wait! Was there something else? The next question is for you, too. It's just this one more. Could you please stay? The contents may warrant repayment that the emergency room won't be able to fix, but very well. Are you planning to break into the third dimension to claim vengeance, Doctor? Then again, you probably could. Anyway, I'll read it, and if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. Let's not get anyone killed. Indeed, though I can't guarantee that we won't. This is from Tomi. About how many aliases have you had to date, Doctor? Would you mind telling me what a few of them are? I don't keep them lying around for use as party tricks. That doesn't answer the question, sir. I think it is enough. I simply use names as I need. In situations where it would be inconvenient for people to realize who I am, you see. Would revealing my names not be quite inconvenient? That's true, but no one reading this will mind spoilers. I don't mean inconvenient for them. I mean inconvenient for me. I will be going now. He's gone. You didn't even answer either of them, Doctor. Looks like you're having some trouble. I had a feeling it was Yuya. Yuya. How about I answer that question for him? You're always here just when I need you, Yuya. I have been trailing him for quite some time, after all. I'll leak a few confidential... I'll leak a little confidential information just for you. You're always ready to reveal state secrets just when we need them, Yuya. Well, that's a little harsh, isn't it? Anyway, moving right along. As you all know, his name as a member of the faculty of St. Pigeonations and his name as a medical doctor is Iwamine Shu. And his name as a researcher for the Hawk Party was Isasuma. That's the name I first knew him by. We also have evidence indicating that Ishiki Nishio, the public executor who died suddenly a few years ago, might be the same person. And finally, there's a theory that his real identity as the heir to the Ichigo group, but that's still just a rumor. He has quite the history, doesn't he? It all seems a little excessive to me. In any case, the truth remains shrouded in darkness. Anyway, that's it for me. I can't keep the ladies waiting, after all. Adieu. Thank you, Yuya. It's a little late now, but will he be okay? The doctor was awfully insistent about hiding those names, and he just blabbed all about them. But then again, he can take care of himself. It's not like the doctor could kill him or anything, even if he did find out. Next letter. It's from one Sonia for Nageki. Did you disappear entirely after BBL? Or are you living on inside Ryuta? Also, what would you have done if you had never been sick? Would you have gone to college? I want to know, and I can't stop crying. Nageki will have to answer these himself. You made me come in just a little while ago, too. Sorry, but you're a really important figure in BBL, so we need to have you here. Sonia was asking about what happened to you after BBL. At the very least, we do know that I spoke to you when you woke up from hibernation. Right. Let's take another look at that scene. Mr. Kawara, Miss Tosaka, can you hear me? Morning is almost here. Wake up, Kawara. Tosaka, I told you I wouldn't go back on my word. That scene appears in the special epilogue that you get if you play through a second time. That was a pretty bad spoiler. Are you sure it's okay to show that? There might be people who've cleared BBL but still haven't seen it. Oh! Sorry. I wasn't thinking. Well, don't look. It's a little late now. Anyway, as you can see, my consciousness still seems to be there. Maybe I haven't disappeared completely. It's still pretty vague, though. I don't exactly exist to begin with. It's a little hard to imagine something that doesn't exist disappearing. But then again, part of your body is inside mine now. So maybe you do exist after all. I don't know what happens after the end of BBL. Maybe I disappear later on. Or I end up sharing Mr. Kawara's body. Maybe if I do end up staying, I'd like to see Hitori move on and finally start living for himself. Then I could disappear. It would be nice to see Professor Nanaki living happily. He's been through so much. It wasn't all fun and games for me either, but I definitely agree. How about the second question? Also, what would you have done if you'd never been sick? Would you have gone to college? I want to know, and I can't stop crying. You can't stop crying. You know you can't change the past. You can't hope for a future which won't be allowed to come either. Didn't you think about where you wanted to go in life, Nageki? Not really. I never had a dream for what I wanted to be when I grew up or anything like that. If nothing had ever happened, I probably would have gone on to college, graduated, and thought about things from there. It is pretty hard to know where you'll be a few years down the line. I haven't put any thought into my career path at all. I bet you'd make a good museum curator or librarian or writer. I've never felt like writing any books of my own. Being a curator could be interesting though. I'll think about it. For the world where you're still alive. Yes, something like that. Is that all? Yeah, thank you, Nageki. This last one is anonymous. It's for... Hello. Is this the recording room? Mr. Zune, please come in, have a seat. Tea and biscuits. How nice. Yes, this is very nice. Would it be all right if I brought some home? I'd like to give them to my children. Or to the children. Oh, yes, I think that would be fine. I'll wrap them up for you when you're done. Really? Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you. He's certainly quite talkative. It's almost hard to believe he's actually Professor Nanaki. Oh. Our last letter is addressed to you. I have a question for Hitori. You're supposed to have been good at studying, but were you able to go to school? You had your job as a lecturer, and after that you took care of the children. It certainly doesn't seem like you'd have the time. I don't go. I am enrolled, though. You're enrolled, but don't go? Is that... Are you a truant? No, I'm a distance student. Oh, of course. Everyone helps out with the housework, so I have more than enough time left to study. Even so, I'm a little worried about leaving them for so long. If you wouldn't mind, I think I should be going soon. He's a very caring guardian, too. My father could stand to take a leaf out of his book. Thank you so much, Hitori. Thank you for having me. It's almost like someone brought a painting of the ideal young man to life. I wonder if I'll grow up to be as pleasant a person as him. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for all your letters. Oh my goodness, so much talking. Yeah, wow. Okay, we did too. I kind of lost track. Yeah, I like the part 4. I really do, but I wish they did more. Questions that dug deeper. Anyway, I guess we'll have one more left. So I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.